May thy soldiers faithful, true, and bold fight as the saints who nobly fought of old, and win with them the victor's crown of gold. It is on this delightful note that I welcome all of you to yet another very important portion of the What Do You Know agenda. We're marking World Environmental Day. It's a very critical day in the affairs of men. And this is a special GBC program to commemorate this very important event, ladies and gentlemen. In the fullness of time, I shall declare the personalities who are present here in our midst and who definitely lend ornamentation to the glorious occasion that we have here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. But before we start the entire assignment, we have the pleasure of inviting to the microphone Engineer Ransford Sechi, the Deputy Executive Director, Operations, Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Engineer Ransford Sechi.
Thank you, Praise Master. Thank the good Lord for today, the opportunity given to us. I'll start by saying the necessary protocols. My dear colleague, Deputy Executive Director, General Services at EPA, on my immediate left, the wife of the Ambassador of Japan to Ghana, Madam Naomi Mochizuki, Deputy Director at Mercy, Mr. Raymond Ohene Ofori, Alhaji Abdallah, one of the main sponsors of this program, distinguished guests, teachers from Accra Girls School, Achimota School, and Presby Boys Secondary School, Legon, and students as well, colleagues and staff from EPA and MESTI, friends of media, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of our Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Kweku Efriye, Professor Kwesi Epenim Ado, the EPA Board Chairman, Honorable Dr. Kobna Kokofu, Executive Director of EPA, I would like to welcome you all to this year's World Environment Day quiz competition, which, in our opinion, promises to be a fun and intellectually stimulating event for all participants. We are excited to host some of the most talented and accomplished students from Accra Girls Senior High School, Achimota School, and Presby Boys School, Legon. We are also privileged to have about 6 beauty queens from 6 countries. The beauty queens are ambassadors of World Earth Program. They have been in this country for some program, but then they decided to grace this occasion. And they are from Ghana, the Miss S from Ghana, Nigeria, Scotland, England, Burundi, Cameroon. They are all here to help us through this program. So the queens, beauty queens, you are welcome. As you may be aware, 5th June each year is the day set aside by the United Nations to globally mark the celebration of the World Environment Day. Over the years, the celebration has grown to be one of the largest global environmental platforms for public outreaches and awareness creation on environmental issues and solutions to sustain and protect our environment. This year's celebration marks the 50th anniversary of World Environment Day, and the host nation is Côte d'Ivoire, our neighbor, in partnership with Netherlands. The slogan for this year's World Environment Day is Beat Plastic Pollution, and the theme focuses on the solutions to plastic pollution. This year's celebration will showcase how countries, businesses, individuals are learning to use plastics more sustainably, offering hope that one day plastic pollution will be history. Plastic pollution is the collection of plastics in the environment, which adversely affects ecosystems and wildlife. Developing countries are where plastic pollution is most visible, as the garbage collection systems are non-existent or not very efficient. Plastic pollution in today's world has become one of the most alarming environmental issues. The world is being overburdened with the rapid increase in the production of disposable plastic products. Plastics are very low cost and long-lasting, which leads to high plastic production by humans. Ladies and gentlemen, the same properties that make plastic so useful, which are their durability and resistance to degradation, also make them nearly impossible for nature to completely break down due to their chemical structure, as a result of which they are not easily degraded and resistant to many natural processes of degradation. Globally, 460 million tons of plastics are produced annually. Ghana's share is about 1%. Ghana's share is about 1 million tons each year. And only between 2% and 5% of the plastic waste gets properly recycled. The rest accumulates in the environment, ends up in landfills, and nearly 30% ends up in the ocean. The amount of damage plastic has done to our planet is immeasurable, since plastic has reached places where humans, we haven't gotten to. The severity of the problem is indicated by the fact that Ghana ranks as one of the most polluted countries in the world. So many nationals remain unaware of the severity and consequences of plastic pollution in Ghana. Although currently one of the most polluted countries in the world, Ghana demonstrates commitment to addressing its pollution problem. Plastic is epidemic and does not have any particular solution to this problem. 15 to 17% of total waste that we generate is plastic. Ladies and gentlemen, a small change of behavior by each and every one of us will have long-lasting impact. Combined efforts can help reduce plastic waste pollution, our environmental footprint, and marine litter in our oceans on a global scale. Reducing, reusing, recycling of plastics are the most efficient ways to protect our environment from plastic pollution. We should encourage more people to reduce the use of plastics in our day-to-day lives. If we wholeheartedly try our best to reduce the use of plastic, we will reach our goal in a matter of time. We can still save Mother Earth. In our galaxy are billions of planets that, as we all know, we only have one Earth. Let's beat plastic, and we wish you a successful quiz competition. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are immeasurably indebted to Engineer Ransford Sechi for this remarkable address. Ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, the contestants who are lined up for the performance of this agenda will introduce themselves. The contestants.
Accra Girls.
Selassie Adam Aka and
Ibrahim Amani Ayi
at Chimota School.
Lamupo Jr. and
Dodo Stanley Sinang.
Recycling.
A round of applause, very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, certainly a titanic contest it is going to be. A titanic contest, between Accra Girls at Chimota School and Preset Legon, ladies and gentlemen. But before we start the competition, they are making their appearance, in this program for the first time. I have an obligation to spell out the rules which regulate the conduct of proceedings. So you must listen with rapt attention. Now, we have two types of questions. You understand? Two types of questions. Now, the first caliber of questions is termed a major question. Normally, a contestant is entitled to answer a major question. So, when the question is put, it's a major question. If you succeed in answering the question, you get 3 points. But in the event of you failing to answer that question, it would, degenerate into what we call a minor or a bonus question. That same question will be taken away from you and passed on to the other contestants until it is answered. You understand? Now, the holy grail here is that the contestant who succeeds in answering the minor question will again gain the capacity to answer a major question for 3 points. You understand? So we don't go back, but we go to the person who has answered the minor question. You understand? Now, in all this, whether a major question or a minor question or bonus, you are supposed to answer the question within 10 seconds and no more. Any answer which is delivered outside 10 seconds is delivered out of bounds and certainly will not attract the sympathy of the quiz master. These are the strict rules, of course. Again, depending upon my judgment of the integrity of the righteousness of a particular answer to a question that I propound, I would award you less than the maximum number of points. You understand? Depending upon my thinking about the capacity of the answer. So, now that you understand the rules, action stations. Round 1, question 1. But again, I must also indicate that in as much as you sit in pairs, you understand, there is this symbiotic engagement that you may be involved in. You could discuss the question which has been put by the quizmaster, but only one of your number should deliver the answer to avoid any manner of confusion or chaos. Round 1, question 1. World Environmental Day is celebrated every year to raise awareness about the importance of health and green environment. Now, and furthermore, to address environmental actions. World Environmental Day was established by the United Nations. Now, in which year did the UN General Assembly establish World Environmental Day? Then this combination of Aseda, Asempa, Akwa. Remarkable name. Sorry?
1973.
You have 2 attempts for a major question.
1974.
No. So you pass it on, Selassie and Abraham.
1972.
That is the answer. That is the answer. Now, yes, that is the answer. Now, so you have 1 point, and pursuant to the rules which I adequately spelled out, you have the chance to come forward for 3 points. Yes. Now listen. Now, plastics are a group of materials, either synthetic or naturally occurring, and that may be shaped when soft and then hardened to retain the given shape. Now, plastics are polymers. A polymer is a substance made of many repeating units. Now, there are 5 main types of plastics that are most commonly reprocessed. Mention 1. Now, I'll democratize the effort here. 1 each. Each school should mention 1 for 3 points. And so, yes, so Achimota, you start.
Polyethylene.
Polyethylene is correct. No. Yes, for 3 points, Selassie, and Presec.
Polyvinyl chloride.
Polyvinyl chloride is also correct. So, what you have a ducks back for? Yes, Accra girls.
Polystyrene.
Polystyrene is also correct. Polystyrene, polyethylene, polypropylene, polyethylene, tetraphthalates, and polyvinyl chloride. So we're back to you for 3 points at Achimota. Now, an attribute is a quality of, or a feature regarded as a characteristic or inherent part of someone or something, attribute. Now, on the other hand, an attribute defines a particular property of an object, of an element, or a file. Now, it can also refer to a specific value for a given instance of that property. Now, mention one of the attributes or the characteristics of plastics that make them desirable. One each for 3 points. Start, Achimota.
Plastics can be bent and molded into many shapes.
Plastics.
So, no, only one. Yes, plastic, what did you say?
Plastics can be bent and molded into many shapes.
Plastics can be molded into many shapes. That's correct. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. They can be molded and bent into several shapes. Yes. Prisek.
Plastics are long lasting.
Plastics are long lasting. That is correct. Yes, and the final effort, Accra Girls.
Plastics are lightweighted.
They are light in weight, is correct. They are light in weight. So, I must commend all of you. Yes, for splendid work. They are strong and durable. They are light in weight. They remain in their form for a long time. They do not allow gases to penetrate easily. And they can be molded and shaped into several forms. And they are not easily attacked by chemicals. And last but not least, they are impermeable to water and gases. Now listen, Achimota is still on the floor. Plastic has been one of the greatest inventions of our modern time and have become a valuable commodity and an important part of everyday life. Now, plastics, they find their use in various applications and in many sectors such as food and beverages, pharmaceuticals, agriculture, agribusiness, aviation, automobile, and a host of other sectors, of both global and national economies. Now, plastics are so appealing for use in almost all aspects of our life. However, these very good qualities make them problematic and harmful to the environment. Now, globally, plastic production grew from 1.5 million metric tons per annum in the 1950s to almost 322 million tons in 2015. What was the production rate per ton in 2017? I put it to you.
400 million metric tons.
Sorry?
400 million.
400 million metric tons. 400 million metric tons. Now, you see, this question which I'm going to propound would demand some, technical delivery. You understand? There's certain vital components, which I would want you to reveal, and it is your effort. Prisek. The Sustainable Development Goals are a global call to action to end poverty, and to protect the Earth's environment and climate, and ensure that people everywhere can enjoy peace and prosperity. These are the goals that the UN is working on in Ghana. Now declare the SDG 13 sub 1. 13.1. Declare it.
Enhance resilience.
Strengthen resilience and adaptive capacity towards climate change related activities. Climate change related hazards and natural disasters in all countries.
I must say that, you see, part of the answer was delivered out of bounds. That is my country. The conundrum that I find myself in is that part was delivered, and so I think that I will exercise a discretion in awarding you 2 out of the 3 points. In fairness to you, you understand? Now, but again, I also noticed that there was a canopy of tension hanging over you. Yeah, take it easy. The quizmaster is very accommodating. Take it easy. Strengthen. You mentioned the components, but they came a bit too late. Strengthen resilience and adaptive capacity to climate-related hazards. 1, and natural, disasters. 2, and in all countries, you understand all these things. So 2 out of 3. One of the impacts. Listen with the cocked ear. One of the impacts of plastic and plastic waste on the land is that it traps water and it serves as breeding grounds for mosquitoes that may lead to malaria, that can cause malaria. Now, you're going to mention any other impact. You understand? Any other impact. This crusade would be started by Accra girls, 1 each. Any other, impact? Last question in this round of the competition.
Animals mistake plastic waste for food and ingest it and then choke and die.
Animals.
Trains are choked with plastic and cause flooding. And which
It's
other
unfortunate. It's unfortunate. What you declared is conspicuous by its absence, on the list of items I have here. It's unfortunate. And so, Achimota.
Okay.
They seep down into our underground waters, thereby polluting our underground water bodies.
They do what?
They seep into our underground water, thereby polluting our underground water.
Underground water?
No,
hot. The bell has gone anyway. No, they seep
down into our underground water,
and thereby
polluting the water.
Thereby polluting the water. No, I think that is where I. Yes, so let's see the effort of PRESEC.
So drains are choked with plastics, hence causing flooding.
I will allow that one for easy with the facility. You understand? I mean, it appears that all the other answers which you delivered, were a bit apocryphal. You understand? They were muddied. They were, as it were, they incorporated certain irrelevant material. And that is why I think the straightforward answer here came from PRESEC. They choke gutters and in the result cause flooding. Otherwise, the others are that they destroy the aesthetic features of the landscape. They pollute the soil, they pollute the beaches, and they choke gutters, causing flooding. End of round 1.
Ago Ghana, the Right to Information Act 2019, Act 989 is here. It is your fundamental right to access public information. Do you wish to request for information? Be bold and visit any public institution and make a request. Put your request into writing. If you're unable to write or disabled, do not worry. Make the request orally. An information officer is ready to assist you. Decision on applications shall be taken within 14 days. When the information needed is urgent, state the urgency, and the decision shall be taken within 48 hours. When access to information is denied, seek for an internal review from the head of institution within 30 days. When denied by the head of institution, seek review from the Right to Information Commission. When denied by the commission, appeal to the High Court for judicial review within 21 days after the refusal of application. Remember, right to information ensures democratic inclusion of all citizens. This announcement is from the Right to Information Commission. Contact 0202-466-411 or email at rticommission@rtic.gov.gh.
We are corruption. Woman now would you bribe? We are buying car.
Oh, this policemen too.
I hope all your documents are intact.
Don't worry, I know how to handle them.
Okay.
Your roadworthy has expired since last year. Can I have your license? What is this? Dropping 5 Ghana and your license too has expired.
Yes, I know, boss. But you know how we do it.
What do you think you are doing?
Oh, boss, why you act as if you are new in town? Last week I gave one of your colleagues 2 Ghana cedi. I gave the other one fufu. Okay, wait. Let me top it up for you.
Change has come to Ghana. The bribe giver and the bribe receiver are all corrupt. You are under arrest for having expired documents and also promoting corruption.
I'm just a passenger.
It is wrong to offer or take bribe. Say no to corruption in Ghana. This Ghana anti-corruption campaign is brought to you by the Ministry of Information.
We are corruption.
Yeah, betcha.
Respect the siren. When the siren sounds, know that someone's life is in danger and must be saved. Property is on fire and must be secured. A crime must be stopped. The president is coming. Give way. When you hear the siren, pull safely to a stop immediately at the shoulder of the road and stay clear. Look out for the direction from which it is coming. Do not join the convoy or follow immediately. Look carefully. Allow reasonable distance between you and the siren, then pull safely back onto the road and continue your journey. Respect the siren and prevent accidents.
At the end of the first round of the competition, Accra Girls Senior High School has 9 points. Achimota Senior High School has 10 points. And in the lead as at now is the Presbyterian Boys Senior High School, Legon, with 11 points.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the second standard of the competition. I must say that there is a correction which we're making here. It has to do with the performance of our Accra girls to the last question. I think that would award the 3 points for the answer to the list. Yes. We award the 3 points. More power to your others, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There is one very important assignment here. As part of the initiative to beat plastic pollution, say no to single-use plastics. Is giving out cloth shopping bags to students in this auditorium to kickstart the cloth shopping bag activation in order to reduce as well as intercept marine-bound plastics, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the general public is encouraged to go on the EPA portal to begin the change process to improve public health for 2023, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the tote bag which I have here in my Thank you very much. I go back in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I declare it duly inaugurated. Thank you very much, Governor. There is one very important assignment. The embassy of Japan, formidable, remarkable embassy. They are behind this whole program. They are sponsors, and also Zoomline Ghana Limited. Zoomline is also part of it. Waste segregation movement is also there. And Miss Earth International, from 7 different countries, Ghana, England, Burundi, India, Nigeria, Scotland, and Cameroon. It lends tremendous enlightenment to the What Do You Know agenda. And for the first time, we have a baby of beautiful women who are here to grace this occasion. Thank you very much. Now that we have finished this assignment, it is round 2, question 1. Back to work. Now, but it's your turn. It's like Kraggles. Asena, Asempa, Justina, Trustina. Listen, in many applications, plastic is virtually irreplaceable because it is cheap, it is strong, lightweight, and resistant to corrosion. Now, the most common uses of plastic are in packaging and building components, such as piping. Now, in the medical industry, plastic is key to contamination and infection control. But there are some types of plastic known as single-use plastics. You understand? Reference was made to it earlier on. Single-use. Mention 2 for 3 points. Again, democratically, all the other contestants will have the opportunity to deliver 2. Mention 2 for 3. Not 1, but 2.
Carrier bags and plastic straws.
Disposable cups.
Now, all the 2 must be correct. It's a double-barreled arrangement. Double barrel. What do you say? Carrier what?
Bags.
Yeah.
Carrier bag
And plastic straws.
and straws. 3 points. 3 Achimota, ladies and gentlemen. Achimota is yours. 2 of them.
Latex gloves, single-use latex gloves used in the hospital, and plastic disposable cups.
Single-use
latex gloves.
latex gloves.
Used in the hospitals, and disposable cups.
Disposable cups, and the latex gloves. Yes, the final effort resides with you.
Plastic cutlery and then plastic disposable bowls.
Or plates.
Yours is plastic cutlery, and the disposable what?
Plates or bowls.
Whether plates or bowls. Ladies and gentlemen. This convoluted engagement between plates and bowls. You understand? Whether plates or bowls. Straws, earbags, disposable caps, disposable plates, bowls, disposable spoons, cutlery, styrofoam, very thin film of carrier bags, and so on. All these are correct, and you have all the points. Again, yours for 3. An abbreviation is a shortened form of a word or a phrase, as you are indubitably aware, by any method. It may consist of a group of letters or words taken from the full version of the word or the phrase. Now, I'm going to provide you with some abbreviations of virgin granules used in making plastics. Your duty will be to tell me the meaning. Now, the first one, Accra Girls, is HDPE. HDPE.
High density polyethylene.
High density polyethylene. You should understand. Yes, and the auditorium will erupt. Yes, when the performance is there from Accra Girls. The whole place will erupt. Now, Achimota, the abbreviation here is LLDPE. I've enhanced it. I've added one more letter. LLDPE. Chimotra is fighting.
Low density polyethylene.
The answer has low density. Honestly, the answer has low density to attract the quizmaster's sympathy. And so, Precept.
Light, low density polyethylene.
Equally, this one is also light. So, I'm afraid, you understand? Linear, I'm sorry? Accra Girls. The quizmaster was a bit too hasty. But I do not think it will in any way disrupt the serenity of the engagement. Accra Girls, I challenge you.
Linear low density polyethylene.
She knows it. You understand? What do you know is founded on integrity. I surmise you knew it. And that you were in no way prompted by the quizmaster. Did you know it? Put your hands together again for us. Linear, low density polyethylene. Now, this one here, is crisp. PS. PS.
Polystyrene.
Sorry?
Polystyrene.
Polystyrene again! Yeah, but we're leaving this column. So, Achimota, very quickly, I think we're pressed for time, but we'll fight on. Now, recycling plastics requires less energy than producing new materials, and it relieves demand for fossil fuel-based raw materials. It also, saves landfill space and reduces environmental pollution. Plastic recycling is limited to non-durable goods, such as packaging. Now, deployed to meet 25 to 57% of demand, it could save half a gigaton or more of carbon dioxide equivalent emissions by 2050. Now, and mitigate other environmental damage as well. Mention any product made out of recycled plastic. Start, Achimota. Mention any product made out of recycled plastic. One.
Bins.
Sorry?
Bins. Refuse bins can be made out of recycled plastics.
Bins. That's correct. Put your hands together. Refuse bins. Yes, very quickly. Prisek.
Plastic chairs.
Plastic what?
Chairs.
Plastic chairs, of course. It's also there. Plastic chairs. Yes. And finally, Accra Girls.
Bottles.
Where am I going to find these bottles? What?
Plastic bottles.
Oh, plastic bottles. I think that is correct. I think. Yes. You understand? There's so many. We have a multitude of them. Plastic bottles, plastic chairs, plastic bins, pavement blocks, plastic modified building blocks, plastic modified roofing tiles, building posts from plastic waste, diesel from there are so many of them. Now, but very quickly, Achimota. Now, sustainable plastic waste management is a major issue that is attracting all environmental concerns. Now, plastic waste management strategies are required for the proper management of plastic trash in an environmentally friendly manner, which may aid in the proper use of plastic material. Now, the solution to this problem rests, among others, saying no to single-use plastic segregation of solid waste at source, recycling, as well as using alternatives to plastics. Now, apart from the application of the 3 R's, reduce, reuse, and recycle, there are other numbers. There are other number of R's. You understand? A multitude of R's. Now, what does the 5 R's stand for? R. Yes. Who is doing it? Achimota. 5 R's.
Reduce, reuse, recover, and recycle.
5 R's. Yes, Prisek.
So we have reuse, reduce, recycle, refuse, and recover.
What?
Refuse and recover.
I refuse your answer. That's not it. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, if you refuse, you refuse to accept. Put your hands together for them. So sorry for pulling your legs. Of course, you reduce, you recover, you reuse, you recycle, but you must refuse. Now, for 3 points, Prisek. Now, Prisek, explain the 6 R's. What does the 6 R's stand for? 6 R's. Not explaining, but what do they represent? 6. We've left 5, the column of 5, and we are now in 6. 6 R's.
Okay. So we have reuse, reduce, recycle, refuse, recover, and renew.
You need to renew your answer. Because I'm afraid this time, solid. You need a renewal. And so, Accra girls. 6 R's.
Reduce, recover, reuse, recycle, resale, and refuse.
What?
Sale.
Resale. You want to do business here? Yes, finally, Achimota. The 6 R's.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, recover, refuse, and retrace.
Oh, you need to retrace. Because honestly, it's unfortunate I had to reject all the answers which were given because, the issue at stake here, you understand, is reject. You understand? All of you left out reject. Reject, refuse, reduce, recover, reuse, recycle. End of round 2.
Whenever you come across a job vacancy, it is advisable to first check the background of the company.
How are you going this ceremony? This new job is fun. New job? What do they do? And where are they located?
Before leaving for the interview, communicate your destination, the company's number, and any other relevant information to a relative or friend. These information will help the police save you when you are in trouble. Let's be vigilant and fight against kidnapping.
This message was brought to you by the Public Affairs Directorate of the Ghana Police Service.
Avoid certain conversations when sitting in a public transport. You may end up giving out some valid information to another person and it may be used against you. It is important to take note of the car's identity, including the car's number, when you fall victim. Let's be vigilant and fight against crime.
This message was brought to you by the Public Affairs Directorate of the Ghana Police Service.
Hi, this is GBC Client Service.
Hello, thank you for calling.
GBC provides you the platform to amplify your brand reach when you advertise on our 7 TV channels
and 18 regional and district radio stations across the country.
Please reach our sales department at sales@gbcghanaonline.com and telephone numbers 0303 959604 and 0303 959605.
For all customer care issues, reach us by email care@gbcghanaonline.com and on telephone 030-3959-605 and 030-3959-606.
GBC, still the most authentic voice.
At the end of the second round of the competition, Achimota Senior High School has 16 points. Presbyterian Boys Senior High School, Legon, has 18 points. And now in the lead is Accra Girls Senior High School with 22 points.
Thank you very much. The tables have turned. The tables have turned. But we are yet to delve into the very final portions of this exercise. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very special program to mark World Environmental Day, sponsored by the Japan Embassy, Zoom Line Ghana Limited, Waste Segregation Movement, Miss Earth International from 7 different countries, Ghana, England, Burundi, India, Nigeria, Scotland, and Cameroon, ladies and gentlemen. Prizes are at stake. Very enticing prizes. Third prize is 2,000 Ghana cedis. Second prize, 3,000 Ghana cedis. The first are whopping 5,000 Ghana cedis, coupled with publications and plaques and dustbins and so on for each school. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for all the contestants once more. And for our sponsors. And now the diadem. Round 3, question 1. Presec, this is the closing chapter. Listen, now you will identify what I am going to enunciate. We are facilities that pay a fee to waste collectors for the delivery of recyclables in the areas which they operate. These centers provide a vehicle for waste reclaimers to earn an income. Who are we?
Buyback centers.
Buyback centers, 3 points. Buyback centers, 3 points. Accra Girls, the first step of any waste recycling system, according to type, wet or dry, recyclable or non-recyclable, plastic, paper, metal, or glass, it can happen right inside your home or at a formal waste management facility. Who am I?
Municipal solid waste.
I disagree. Yes, your turn. Achimota.
Segregation.
I disagree with you. Finally, Presec.
Collection.
Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, it's unfortunate. Sorting. 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 I engage in scaling solutions of new advanced recovery and recycling methods, including both mechanical and chemical recycling. Who am I? Accra Girls. You don't know me. I engage in scaling solutions of new advanced recovery and recycling methods, including both mechanical and chemical recycling. Who am I?
Recovery.
I disagree, Accra Girls. Achimota.
Recycling.
Achimota out. Presec.
Incineration.
Disaster, ladies and gentlemen. United disaster. It's unfortunate. Processing. Now, I am key to increasing the lifespan of the things we use. My environment includes repairing or upcycling items to give them a new lease of life. Who am I, Accra girls?
Recycling.
I disagree, Accra girls. Second chance, of course, you have a second chance. Oh la la. Achimota.
Processing.
No. Finally, Presec.
Recovery.
Disaster again. Ladies and gentlemen, is reuse. Reuse. Now, for 3 points, you will tell me this one for 3 points. This is Accra girls. Accra girls. MSW is generated from industries, hospitals, schools, and houses, according to the Environmental Protection Agency. MSW. Abbreviation it is. What is it? Hey, both of you at the same time.
Municipal solid waste.
Sorry?
Municipal
solid waste, 3 points. Thank you very much. Achimota, what is the most common method used for the management of municipal solid waste? Most common method.
Okay. We have
one method. Sorry?
Landfilling.
I will give you 2 out of the 3. 2 out of the 3. Landfilling. But it is coupled with open dumping. You understand? That could be a technical thing. Open dumping and landfilling. Now, for 3 points, Presec. Now, there is this urgent need for the development of acts and regulations to utilize the management of plastics, just as the regulation in the management of e-waste. Name the regulation available in the management of e-waste. What law, as it were?
LI 2250.
Sorry?
LI 2250.
LI 2250. Correct. 3 points. 3 points. 3 points. Now we are getting to a close. Ladies and gentlemen, now this is the final portion of the whole exercise. Final portion. We have about 4 questions more to deal with. I'm going to mention a company that adds value to plastic waste in Ghana. Your duty would be to indicate what company produces from plastic waste. What the company produces from plastic waste. Now, Nelplast, Nelplast, what do they produce from plastic waste? Last 3 questions. Nelplast, what do they produce? Oh la la. Yes, your turn. Achimota.
Plastic bottles.
Plastic bottles. Yes.
Plastic chairs.
They produce plastic modified pavement and building blocks. Now, maybe this will be the final one here. Now, the final one, Zoom Lion. Zoom Lion. Popular company
plastic bottles
in the territory. What do they produce from plastics? Plastic waste. Yes, Achimota.
Plastic bins.
Well, I'll allow that one for 1 point. Put your hands together for them. Yes. You understand? Zoom Lion is noted for that. They use recycled plastic granules to produce waste bins. End of the totality of the competition.
It's me, Araba Clean. Where do you go to toilet? In the bush, in the polythene, or in the gutter? If so, stop this practice now, because it is unhygienic and shameful. Open defecation pollutes the environment. Flies that perch on exposed feces and later settle on uncovered food contaminate the food with germs. When we eat the food, we get diseases such as cholera, diarrhea, typhoid, and worm infestation. The feces can also wash into the water, which we later drink. Stop open defecation now. Let us encourage the construction and use of household toilets such as KVIP and water closets. Keep your household toilets neat by regularly cleaning them with disinfectants. Happy hygienic pooping.
Good morning. It's a good morning and we serve you breakfast.
Not just any breakfast.
Sizzling healthy.
And there's much more on offer on GTV Breakfast.
So what's your pleasure than Votras here at that time of the morning?
You want it served buffet style, complimentary breakfast?
On-site restaurant?
Or room service?
We've got you covered.
From Monday to Friday at 6 a.m.
With a trusted team.
So never skip breakfast.
On GTV Breakfast.
Whenever you are driving and an unknown source of liquid or creamy substance falls on your windscreen, do not be quick to use your car wipe. Also, do not stop your car. Drive some distance away from the incidents before you stop your car. Quickly call the police and report where the incident took place. Let's be vigilant and fight against crime.
This message was brought to you by the Public Affairs Directorate of the Ghana Police Service.
Follow us on our social media handles. Facebook at GTV Ghana. Twitter at GTV Ghana. Instagram at GTV Ghana. YouTube at GTV Ghana. Follow us on all our social media handles at GTV Ghana. GTV, the authentic and trusted voice of Ghana.
At the end of the very final round of the competition, Achimota Senior High School, represented by Selassie Adumaka and Abraham Ni Ayi Ama, had 20 points. Presbyterian Senior High School, Presec Legon, represented by Clamo Paul Jr. and Stanley Senano Dodoi, had 24 points. And with 25 points, Accra Girls Senior High School, represented by Asida Asempa Aqua and Trustina Tete, please came tops.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, of course, with Trustina, we trust. The next time when they have the opportunity to come back to perform equally brilliantly. And, of course, from Asempa that we have here for this triumph, we have an Asida to offer all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, would you put your hands together and welcome this combination of Asida and Trustina, Accra Girls Senior High School. Ladies and gentlemen, champions of this competition. Asida, Asempa, Aqua, Trustina, of course, a slender lead, but we need to congratulate the other contestants. I think that they performed brilliantly, all the other contestants, Presec, they of course, Accra Girls came with a slender lead. Presec has also performed. Achimota has also done well. Put your hands together and greet all the other contestants. Fabulous. Fabulous. They are fabulous ambassadors and ambassadresses, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, with ladies and gentlemen, now the time for the presentation of prizes. So we would invite Dr. Lawyer Christine Asare. She's the Deputy Executive Director, General Services, EPA, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Dr. Lawyer Christine Asare. Dr. Lawyer. Yes. Remarkable combination, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we would now do the presentation. The custom of what is to start from the bottom and rise upward. So, ladies and gentlemen, would invite, you to put your hands.
Press to ask relevant questions pertaining to the activities by the media.